Mrs Doubtfire, which I thought was quite fitting after the 7-year anniversary of Robin Williams' death was in the last week or so. Today I am standing up. There's a chance that either the camera or microphone is going to fall over, but hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm also filming this during the day, so there may be a few additional unintended noises that creep into this recording, so apologies in advance for anything like that. Anyway, I don't have the DVD to hand. Usually in these videos I have the DVD to show you the cover and read a bit of the plot and stuff from the back, but I don't this time. Seems like I'm sounding a little bit quiet. Yeah, so I'm just going to start and we'll see how it goes. So, Mrs Doubtfire was released in 1993. In the UK it came out in January 94, which I hadn't realised until researching. It's directed by Chris Columbus, who also directed Home Alone, I think. Yeah, Home Alone and the first two Harry Potter films. He also sold his script, I believe, for the Goonies before, back in the 80s, before he had his big rise to directorial dominance, you could say, I suppose, because obviously Harry Potter is a big deal and Home Alone is a big deal 1 month a year, every year. So yeah, the plot is after a bitter divorce, an actor disguises himself as a female housekeeper to spend time with his children held in custody by his former wife. Now, that makes it sound pretty dramatic, which brings me on to the next thing, which was before they created this movie, there was going to be more of a sway towards the drama side, but they realised they wanted to make it a little bit more family friendly, so they didn't do that. All of these pieces of trivia are gathered from online, so there is a chance that some may not be 100% accurate. I should probably say that at the start of every video. But yeah, just bear that in mind. I like to think they're fairly accurate, but just thought it's worth saying. So, Robin Williams' own son did not recognise him when he was dressed up in the Mrs Doubtfire outfit until he started speaking. And on the same wavelength, according to his biography, or one of his biographies, Robin Williams tested out the big outfit, and he went into an adult store and bought something to see if he would be noticed or recognised, and he wasn't. I believe he did this a few times in different places. According to the director, Chris Columbus, Robin Williams improvised so much that there are different age cuts or edits of the film, which would mean there would be ones that would be more inappropriate for younger viewers, which is, I think, maybe about a year ago or so. I remember seeing this. There was potentially going to be a release of this movie, which would be completely interesting to watch. During the restaurant scene, when Mrs Doubtfire's teeth fall into the wine glass, the cast didn't know that this was going to happen, and their reactions are completely genuine, because they were shocked because they didn't expect it. Again, I will add, I try and make these so they hopefully are spoiler free. I did take a few out after I typed up all these notes. I took some out because I thought they might give away the plot a little bit. Robin Williams did interviews as Mrs Doubtfire to promote the film. What have we got next? I need to get a pair of glasses or a pair of binoculars because my notes are in different places this time and it's messing with my eyes. The address given by Miranda while on the phone with Mrs Doubtfire is the actual physical address of the house that they live in the movie, like in real life, which is 2640 Steiner Street. An avocado was going to be used instead of meringue as a disguise after Daniel loses his mask, but it made Robin Williams look like a monster, so they decided against that. The line "it was a run by fruiting" was improvised by Robin Williams, and I believe quite a lot of the lines that he says were improvised. The actor playing the bartender in the pool scene is credited as Dr. Toad, but his real name is Robert Todd Williams, and he is the half-brother of Robin Williams. See, these are the things that people don't know. These things, they're so obscure pieces of trivia. I hope this camera shot's not too chaotic. It looks a little bit diagonal, like something from an old Batman movie. It was just a semi-test to see how it would go and if it looked any better. But it's maybe not. Let me know what you think. Throughout the movie, Mrs Doubtfire says the word dear 101 times. This includes some of her quieter mumbles and stuff, so you'd have to pay very close attention to hear all of them. So, as I mentioned earlier, Chris Columbus sold scripts to Steven Spielberg that became Gremlins, and also there was the Goonies as well, but his career didn't take off until later on. And yes, Home Alone is here. I thought I was making it up in my head. So Home Alone and the first two Harry Potter movies were in the 90s, or borderline noughties. Blake Lively was considered for the role of Natalie Hillard, who is the youngest daughter, and she made it to the final round of auditions between her and Mara Wilson, which makes me wonder, because for me, I only really know Blake Lively from the film The Town with Ben Affleck and Jeremy Renner. I think it would be very interesting if they switched and we had Blake Lively as Natalie Hillard and Mara Wilson as, I don't know what she's called in the film, but as that character. In real life, Robin Williams divorced his wife in order to marry his nanny. In this movie, there is a similar scenario. I'm not going to say because I realise that's maybe a little bit spoilery, but there is certain nanny influences in both his real life and in the movie. Tim Allen was offered the roles for both Mrs Doubtfire / Daniel Hillard, as well as Stu Dunmire, who is played by Pierce Brosnan, but he rejected both of them. While extracting the false teeth from the wine glass, Mrs Doubtfire chokes Carpe Dentum, sees the teeth. This is a play on the phrase Carpe Diem, which is used in another film of Robin Williams called Dead Poets Society. I was going to say Good Will Hunting. I always get those two mixed up for some reason. Although is he in both of them? I think he's in both, that's why I'm confused. But yeah, there's a recurring phrase in that, Carpe Diem, from Dead Poets Society. Also, Robin Williams was in a movie earlier in his career called Seize a Day in 1986. After Robin Williams' death, a lot of fans of Mrs Doubtfire the movie flocked to the real address of the house at Steiner Street to set up a memorial. Mrs Doubtfire is the second highest grossing film of '93, just behind Jurassic Park. I was going to say, have a guess in the comments below, that would be nasty. Lisa Jacob, or Jacob, I'm going to go with Jacob, apologies Lisa if you're watching and I've butchered your name. Matthew Lawrence and Mara Wilson, who are the children of Daniel Hillard, were chosen to play the Hillard siblings because Chris Columbus needed to find children who resembled Robin Williams and Sally Field. There are edits of Mrs Doubtfire as a horror movie. If you go on YouTube and type in Mrs Doubtfire horror movie trailer, you'll find a video which is very different to the atmosphere of the movie. It's quite creepy. It's worth watching just to see the change of dynamic. During the scene where Mrs Doubtfire's children are watching her on TV. Sorry, let me just quickly read this because it's quite low down on the page. Yeah. So they're watching her on TV and they mention England and she says that is where I'm from. But she clearly has a Scottish accent, which, I mean, you get people like that who have maybe got one parent who's Scottish, one English, and they're more Scottish than English or English than Scottish. There's also a scene or a part, you know, the montage where Dude Looks Like a Lady plays, where Mrs Doubtfire pretends to be a kung fu fighter, but they cut it out, which I can see why. Well, but still be interesting to see it. So that's the trivia I gathered regarding Mrs Doubtfire. I certainly found some very interesting things about the film. I hope you also have taken something from this. So the next time you watch it with family or friends, you can say that the barman is Robin Williams' half-brother, or you could say that Tim Allen was going to be either Pierce Brosnan or Robin Williams, and you can also say that's the real address that they give for the house. Anyway, that's my main part of the video done. I'd just like to say thank you to the new subscribers that have crept onto the channel. It's good to have a little bit of interaction, so I appreciate that very much. If you have any movies or music albums that you would like me to research and find some interesting facts about them, let me know and I will try and put something together. At the moment I'm kind of rotating between movies and albums, which I think I will stay doing. Also, I was planning on putting this video out yesterday, as in Sunday. I'm recording on Monday, but I've had a very busy weekend, and I've just started a new job today, so as soon as I got back I thought I'm going to record this now before I get too lazy